Hi, hi. I'm Jessica Lohman from Ethical Brand Marketing, and unfortunately, you can't read my sign because it is backwards, but it says do more of what makes you happy. And that's kind of the theme I have for you today. Um, it's about goal setting and setting goals that really make you happy. And keep you motivated. I wrote a blog post the other day about it, actually the other week about it, sorry, last week, and I just want to talk about that today because I set 5 tips of how to set goals that keep you motivated. Um, and I'm wondering, like, when you were thinking about your company and when you just found it, I'm sure you had like goals that you set maybe for the first year, 5 or 10 years, whatever. And did you reach them? Did you reach them all? Did you reach some of them? Did, it'd be interesting to know if you have, yeah, if you did reach them. And because what I found is that a lot of people set goals and then they just never reach them because the goal is maybe not really that motivating. It's kind of boring, or they just forgot about it, or whatever. And that's kind of sad because goal setting is really important, and that's why I just want to give you these 5 tips. I'll just spew them off, and then say something about each one of them. The first goal is to recognize your passion and reach for the stars. Set goals that really motivate you. The second tip is to set realistic objectives. And the third tip is to delegate and outsource. And the fourth is to celebrate every accomplishment. And the fifth is to give yourself a break. Okay, let's first I want to talk about, like, just say something about SMART goals. Those goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, reachable, and time bound. That's all fine and good. That's good. But I want you to kind of throw that away for now. When you're setting your goals, don't think about that. Think about that when you're setting your objectives. Okay? So, let's just set SMART objectives and not SMART goals. Because the number one tip is to recognize your passion and to reach for the stars. And that sometimes a goal may not be so smart. It may not sound so smart. Is that really reachable? Is that really attainable? So that's why I don't want to do these smart things for goals, because I want you to reach for the stars when you're setting your goals. And, like, okay, let's say you set a goal to increase sales by 30% by December 2018. That would be great, right? But does that really, like, get you out of bed in the morning? Does that really, like, excite you? Just thinking no. Because when I set goals, I save the financial stuff for the objectives, because objectives I set the objectives and I set the financial goals to set the financial objectives to reach my goals. So let me give you an example. Like, let's say you're a clothing industry brand owner, a clothing brand owner, and you've been thinking about adding shoes to your product line. But you just, you set this goal like maybe 2 years ago, and you just haven't really done anything about it. Either you don't know where to start, or, you're not really sure if your customers really want that, from you, or whatever. You just haven't started it. If you've been procrastinating about this goal, maybe you're just not really into it. Maybe you don't really care about shoes. Maybe that's just not your thing. And if it's not, that's okay. Then you just let it go. Just let go of that goal. Let go of the pressure of trying to reach that goal, because otherwise you're going to get frustrated if you don't reach it, and if you don't take the steps to get there to reach it, because it just might not be something you really care about. So I would just suggest, like, just stop wasting time on that. If there are goals that you know you're not working towards, you're never going to work towards them because you're always going to find an excuse not to. So figure out, like, you know, maybe take a walk in nature or whatever. Whatever that always helps me when I'm walking my dog in the forest. And you know, find out what you really want in life. Some of you are like way younger than I am, and so you have like 40 years of work ahead of you. You know, I'll probably work until I die, whether it's writing or whatever. You know, I'm a little bit of a workaholic, so I probably won't retire ever. But if I do, you know, that's like, what do you want? Think about what you want in life. What is the accomplishment that you want to make in your life? What's the impact in this world that you want to make? I mean, you've built up this wonderful ethical brand, and you know, just think about what you want out of it. If it's like seriously, this is amazing. If you want to clean up the entire ocean, well then go and find out how to do it. It's people like Boyan Slat from the Ocean Cleanup who truly move mountains. And if you don't know who they are, just Google it, the Ocean Cleanup. I can also put a link down in there later because that's their goal. And they are starting to seriously clean up the entire ocean. I truly hope it works. It looks like it's going to. Their claim is like, act like plastic. So it's pretty amazing what their engineers are doing right now. Okay, number 2. So set realistic objectives. And now objectives will help you reach your goals. So if you want to say, you know, build up a business and in 20 years sell that business so that you can retire and go to Africa and build up educational programs or save the rhinos. Hopefully in 20 years they won't need saving anymore, but who knows? But if that is your goal, if that's what you want to do, then oh my God, bless you. So what you need to do, that's your goal, you need to set objectives to reach that goal. And, you know, you could set them up you could do it like per year, per quarter, per month, whatever. And that's where you do the financial goal objectives. That's where you say, okay, by December 31st, 2018, I want to increase sales by 100%. Let's say it's like today, right, in February. I want to increase sales by 100% and decrease advertising by 25%. And what you do is then you break that down, that one objective, into actionable steps. And then put those steps in your calendar. You talk with your team and you put those steps in your calendar and you make those happen. You complete those tasks. So you set passionate goals, you define realistic objectives, and you plan actionable steps. Okay, now the third tip is delegate and outsource, and that's a tough one. Oh my God. I've been in business, I've been self-employed for 4.5 years now, and it took me a while to not say, okay, I don't need to do everything, right? I mean, I did my own website, I do my own marketing materials, I do my own writing, I'll always do my own writing. But I did everything. I didn't want to hire anybody for anything because I am a pixel freak and I'm a perfectionist, and it's kind of hard to have somebody do my own design for me. So, but I realized, hey, I wasted so much time. I wasted so much time doing that. So that was a mistake, and I've learned, and I'm hiring people now. One thing is that if you have a team and you need help, let's say with blog post writing, well, you look at everybody on your team. Maybe somebody in production is a wonderful writer and loves to write, and maybe he or she could like spend a half a day writing a blog post a week or something, or doing the social media, because that's where their passion lies. They don't always have to be stuck I don't want to say be stuck. They don't want to always need to be in the same position. Maybe there's somebody in your company that could fulfill a hole that you need filled or something. And of course, you will probably have to outsource and look externally for help. And as long as the people are with you and share the same values, that's wonderful, because having a team, an outsourced team that also is trying to help you realize your vision is worth its weight in gold. Okay, number 4, celebrate every accomplishment. And this is also important, because I know that team players, anybody loves praise, and sometimes more than money. So even just an authentic thank you for reaching a task. Every task should be celebrated, whether it's a fist bump with your colleague, or a thank you toast with sparkling wine at the end of a Friday afternoon. It is Friday, so celebrate and just be thankful and be happy that each task is getting closer to reaching your goal, because that just keeps people motivated and keeps you motivated too. Number 5, give yourself a break and others. And this is a tough one too, especially for females. Because sometimes we're really hard on ourselves. We're like, oh, I didn't meet that deadline, or oh, that went wrong. And it's okay. Life happens, and stuff like that happens. You will not meet all your deadlines, and you will not do everything with 100% success. That's life. And I know you know that, and sometimes, I don't know, I know I need to hear it sometimes. I know I need to practice what I preach, right? Yeah, sometimes we push ourselves too hard, we think too much, and we're not seeing the forest for the trees. But if we take a step back and say, okay, well, why didn't that work? And we analyze why it didn't work, so that we don't do the same mistake later. Then things will of course be a lot better. So yes, you definitely want to be a leader in your company, and you don't want to be that kind of boss that isn't forgiving, okay? Because you definitely want a team that adores you. So anyway, let me just recap those 5 tips. I'm scrolling up right now. Okay, so 5 tips to set goals that keep you motivated. Number 1, recognize your passion and reach for the stars when you set the goal. Number 2, define realistic objectives to reach that goal. Number 3, delegate and outsource, because seriously, you can't do it all yourself, and you shouldn't. Number 4, celebrate every accomplishment. It's Friday. What did you guys do this weekend? Celebrate it. And number 5, give yourself a break and others in your team. And that's all I have for right now. I want you guys to have a lovely weekend. I want you to enjoy your family, your friends, and just rock on, okay?